it's going to be quick because I'm only going to do this while I'm driving to my training. I've got some. I know you guys are gonna find this funny, but I'm going to a CLE, which is continuing legal education. Attorneys have to do so many hours of continuing legal education every year because the law's always changing, right? Things are always changing, and the government's always looking for ways to throw you in jail or take your money, or take your freedom. And so we have to do these CLEs, and I'm sorry it's all bouncy. But anyway, I mean, I've gotten. It's only what time is it? 8:30, and I've already had to deal with 2 phone calls today from people who are dealing with bad cops because they're everywhere. So just some advice, some free advice out there. I used to do. Actually, let me preface this. I no longer do, except in extremely rare situations, if it's local, free criminal defense. Why? Because everyone that I've tried to help has fucked me over. And I'm not going to be fucked over anymore. So the people that fucked me over, they fucked you over. I used to do free criminal cases because then I would take on, there was an agreement that I would also handle the civil case. And so after getting fucked over a few times, I realized I'm just going to stop doing that, because if I'm going to do a free criminal case and then I get fucked over and they go to some other attorney for the civil side, I'm just not going to do that anymore. So anyway, I got a couple calls, and these were people who were looking for a free criminal defense attorney because, and I'll be honest, they're falsely, it's bogus. What's happening to them right now is 100% the case is going to get dismissed. They're going to have a civil case, and boom, there it is. But when I have to drive 3.5 hours or 2.5 hours somewhere, to defend somebody for a 10-minute hearing, to get a case dismissed, and then, I've spent an entire day, which means I've lost $2,500 by simply being on the road. I just, that was economically unsustainable. I couldn't keep doing that. But here's the advice portion. Okay, because I'll still give, I try to answer phone calls when I can, and I'll still try to help people, at least verbally. But when you come and you need a criminal attorney because your activism, which I don't want anybody to stop doing, causes you to get arrested, those of us in the First and Second Amendment community, we know that our actions could potentially lead to criminal and prepared. If you're not willing and prepared to deal with the consequences of your activism, and what that means is false arrest, right? You need to know you face the risk of being falsely arrested. And if you can't afford an attorney and you don't like, and I don't blame you, you don't want a public attorney, you should not do it, period. You should not do it. And it's my phone. I need to get a new phone. There's something wrong with this phone. It's not even the signal, I've learned, because my other phone seems to be working just fine when this one doesn't. Maybe I should stop using this one. But anyway, I'm not telling anyone stop being an activist. What I'm telling you is, if you can't afford an attorney, in the unlikely or even likely event that some butthurt, power-mad, corrupt cop arrests you, and not be consequences. There should not be consequences to you exercising your rights. But if you can't afford the consequences of potentially having criminal charges levied against you, don't do it. Because it's frustrating. I know it's frustrating, but we put ourselves out there and we expose ourselves to this kind of conduct. And if you haven't set yourself up in a way where you can handle being exposed to that, I'm telling you, just stop doing it. Because eventually your owners are going to run out of money too. And attorneys like me who refuse to do free criminal stuff anymore because the community is so, I don't even know the right word. I don't know if it's selfishness. I don't know what it is. I don't know what causes, I don't even know if it's selfishness on the part of the attorneys like me, looking for a quick paycheck. I don't know what it is that this has happened, but Either way, go out there and you're going to film cops and you're going to stand up for your rights and all that stuff, and you have to know they're going to falsely charge you with a crime. But if you have no money to pay for an attorney, why are you doing it? Because guess what's going to happen? You're going to end up with a public defender who's going to lose your case. And you're doing more than flipping a coin. You're rolling a 20-sided dice hoping it lands on 7. That's a little nerd reference there. So, just some advice, and just to let everybody know that follows me, and I apologize. I started this and went to become an attorney because I really wanted to do more free stuff. I really do. I wanted to, but I just can't keep getting fucked over by people. And about you, because I would have told you that. I would have said it to your face. All right. So, what I'm not saying is, what I'm talking about strictly is handling criminal cases and expecting